Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Gracie Love, and it is another exciting episode. Today we are going to be making ground beef and pepperoni calzones. To me, calzones are like deep dish pizzas handheld. It's amazing. So flaky, just layered with meats and cheese. And of course, you don't have to use ground beef and pepperoni. You can add whatever filling you would like to add inside of your calzone. All right. Completely up to you. But as always, the ingredients are so simple, so easy. You're going to need you a pack of ground beef, a pack of those pepperonis, some cheese. I like to use marinara sauce in the meat sauce like I would in my spaghetti, but you can definitely use the traditional pizza sauce, okay? And then you're gonna need lots of cheese and the pizza crust. And you don't have to get the fancy brand. You can get the cheap little pizza crust that are like in the crescent roll kind of containers, like you'll get your biscuits and things like that, okay? So to get this started, all right, we want to go ahead and get our ground beef all cooked up. So I have my ground beef already right here. My pan, I love to use my wok, guys, but if you don't have one, that's okay. Just get you whatever pan you like to brown your meat in, okay? So I got my wok already hot, so I'm going to put my ground beef in there. Told y'all that was hot. And then I'm going to just break it down because my pan is hot, and I'm going to turn it down just a tad bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings, okay? So for me, I'm going to do some minced onion. And again, whatever you like to season your meats with. Oh, man. There we go. So I'm going to add some of that in there. And I like to, when I season, make sure that it's completely coated on there. So I'm going to show you guys. Do you see how it's completely coated on the top? Okay. So I'm going to do that with all the rest of my seasonings. So now I got some onion powder I'm going to use. Right? Okay. Seasoned salt. And I use my seasoned salt for everything. Like I don't typically use the white salt. And then I have some garlic salt. I'm going to be light because I'm using so many different salt. You don't want it to be salty, okay? So I'm going to be light with that garlic salt. And then I like to add turmeric just because it's good for digestive things with my diabetes, all that. That's why I'm going to add the turmeric. That's completely optional for you, okay? And it really gives a nice color to things, especially if you use it in chicken noodle soup. Okay, and then as always, some accent. And then lastly, I like to use seasoned black pepper. You can use regular pepper. You can use the ground pepper. And now I'm going to stir all that up, okay? And just let it brown right up. So that should probably, depending on what kind of pan you're using, is going to probably take you about 10 to 15 to really get it brown. I like to make sure mine is brown, cooked through all the way. I don't want it even a little pink in the inside when I'm doing something like this. This isn't steak. This is ground meat. So I really, really want to make sure it's cooked all the way through. I don't want my ground meat to be medium well. Okay, I want that ground meat to be well done. So we're going to let that cook on up. And then once that's all done cooking, we're going to go ahead and add it to our pizza crust. Okay, so let your meat brown up and then we'll get to adding it to our pizza crust. That is the exciting part, building the calzone. Hey guys, so now our ground beef is nice and brown and we are ready to get started building our calzone. So I like to make a little garlic butter that I'm gonna spread on top of that pizza crust that I have rolled out. All right, I have it all rolled out and flattened, and I did spray my aluminum foil because this is dough and it's gonna stick and I have to be able to pick it up and roll it over. Okay, so in my garlic butter, I just have regular butter, imperial butter, and then I also added just a little scoop of this minced garlic. And then I added some of this garlic herb. And then my secret ingredient that I've been using and stuff, these better than bouillon. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. And this one is the roasted garlic flavor. Okay. So I added that all in with the half a stick of butter, and I just put mine in the microwave. You can cook yours on the stove if you want to feel fancy, but I just popped mine in the microwave 30 seconds with, like I said, half a stick of butter and those little garlic ingredients. So now I'm going to take my basting brush. That's what I like to call this. And you can get one of these at like Dollar Tree. I believe that's where I got this one, or Family Dollar is where I got mine actually. So I'm going to do the whole pizza crust with this garlic butter, okay? And it'll help to lock everything as well. So hitting all edges, the middle, all around, okay? Making sure I get that on there. And it's going to help it taste fabulous. And I made a lot because after it's cooked in the oven, I'm going to want to hit it again after I cook it. Okay, so that's enough. And then, like I said, I just did the whole pizza crust with that garlic butter, okay? All right. So now that that is done, I'm going to take my sauce. And you can use pizza sauce, but I like to use the spaghetti sauce. So I have the marinara and the meat flavor inside of the bowl. Okay. I have them mixed together because, again, I like that sweet, I like that thick um, sauce, and that pizza sauce isn't really like that for me. So again, it's up to you on what you want to use. And I'm going to start by spooning it on. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to spread it out. And just like you did the butter, you're going to spread it all around. And I like mine's really saucy. So you just add the sauce how you like it. And I'm going to also add that as I build my layers, okay? So I'm just spreading it all around. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my meat. So my ground beef is done. And I just left it right in my wok. It is all browned up and looks great and amazing. So I'll just go ahead and scoop that right onto the pizza crust. Oh, it just smells so good. I could just eat it out of the pan. So I'm just spreading that evenly all around that crust. And depending on how much ground beef you have, you probably can do 2 layers. So if you want it really packed, just remember that you're going to have to fold this over. So you want to be able to fold it over without it spilling too much out. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit more to the end here. Oh man, that looks so pretty. And I'll probably have enough to do a second little small layer. So here's my first layer with the ground beef, okay? All right, so next we're gonna add pepperoni. Now again, like I told you guys, you can add whatever toppings you wanna add. If you just wanna do like veggies, you can do that as well. Whatever you wanna add to your calzone, that's what you add to your calzone, okay? So I'm just gonna add my pepperonis all over, just like I did my ground beef. And you can get the regular little pepperonis if you want to get the meat, little mini ones, whatever. And again, just spread it all around to your liking. I'm going to add a couple more on mine, okay? Because I really want a piece of that. I want you to get a piece of meat in every bite, okay? So one right there. I think one more will be good. Okay. Two more. There we go. So now that my pepperoni is on there, that's what it looks like. That is fabulous. Okay, so now we're going to add our cheese. I have 3 different cheeses here. You can pick whichever ones you like. So right here, I have Kobe Jack. I like the Kobe Jack because my daughter, she loves the Kobe Jack. So I tend to usually get that for her. So we're going to just add our layers right on top. And like I said, I have enough ground beef to do 2 layers. So I'm going to do a thin little second layer. So I don't have to add too much cheese on the bottom. First layer. Right? That was Kobe Jack. Now I have some mozzarella. I love mozzarella. It, for me, it gives it that stringiness. It also gives it like it's a kind of a moist cheese. So it's really good for that melting. Alrighty. And then I am going to do sharp cheddar. I love sharp cheddar. I don't ever use mild cheddar at all. I always use that sharp cheddar. I love that taste, that saltiness, that sharpness, right? Okay, so now that I got that added in, I'm going to finish up adding my ground beef, okay? So just go ahead and finish up whatever extra meat that you have, all right? All right. All right, so that's all my ground beef. Now I'm going to lightly spread it across. So this is what you're going to want it to look like once you have that cheese, whatever leftover ground beef you have, right? And then I'm going to add some more of my pepperoni. I just love this little recipe. It's so quick and fast and easy. It doesn't cost much to go ahead and get these ingredients. And the pepperonis come in a nice little size so you can have them for a while to like do other things if you wanted to. All right, I think that's good. And then I'm going to sauce it one more time, okay? Now I'm just going to spoon that on there. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to eat this. I'm telling you, you guys, You are not going to be disappointed with this recipe. You will not be disappointed at all, at all. Like I said, I love deep dish pizzas. And so this for me is like a deep dish pizza in my hand, and it is the best. All right, so I think that's saucy enough. So now comes the fun part, folding it. Okay, so I had to spray my aluminum foil because the dough obviously was sticking to it. So you want to add a little bit of some kind of an oil, and I'm gonna just pull it right over, and all that goodness is gonna fold in there. Oh my gosh, that is a big one. And because I sprayed that aluminum foil, I can slide it back. Okay. And it's okay if you get a little meat and sauce on the top. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to push it down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to rinse my hands off. And one little trick that I'm so glad that I learned and found out is you take your fork and you push down the sides. Okay. So now that I've gotten it folded over, look at that, guys. Okay, I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to push it down, baby. I'm going to push it down so it seals it, okay? It's going to feel a little weird. It's going to like stick. It's okay. If you poke a little hole in it, that's okay. But I just want to try to seal it as best as possible with my fork, okay? That's all you want to try to do. All right, almost there. It's gonna stick. Just try the best you can to get it to get that groove of the fork in it, okay? All right, and then, okay, I'm going to hit this with some more of the butter. So rinse off all your stuff, guys, okay? Keep it clean. So, gonna rinse that off. And then I'm gonna add some more of that butter. Remember, I told you I made a lot because you're gonna need that. So add some before you cook it, and then you're gonna add some more after you cook it. All around, okay? Edges, everything, okay? And like I said, when you use your fork to like seal it, if it pokes a little hole, don't be all like, oh, it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's okay. All right. Make sure I hit my edges. Okay. So now I'm going to put this into the oven. So just follow the directions that come on the pizza crust that you bought. So however long it tells you to cook it, probably 10 to 12 minutes, that's what you do until it is, what do we say, guys? Golden brown and delicious, baby. GBD. My oven has an air fryer setting. So I'm going to put mine on my air fryer setting. It'll probably take mine about 10 minutes till it gets to that nice golden brown and deliciousness that I like, okay? So again, follow the directions that come on the pizza crust that you got, all right? So into the oven, mine is going to go, oh, this is going to be so fabulous. And again, that's what it looks like with that butter on top, baby. Woo, y'all. Okay, so like I said, mine has an air fryer setting. So I'm going to probably give mine about 10 minutes. Again, follow the directions that come with the pizza crust that you bought. All right. So don't go anywhere, baby, because when this comes out, it is going to be the best thing ever. All right, guys, it is time to pull out this calzone. I am so excited. So I got my oven mitts ready. And you can just smell it. It just smells so good. All right, so let's pull him out. Ooh, baby. Oh my gosh. Let me set this down real quick. Baby, look at that. Look at that. Can y'all hear that grease? It's sizzling, baby. It's sizzling. So I'm going to set that down. Woo! Oh my goodness. And I'm going to fan it a little bit and cool him down because he is steaming. And that's because I have mine on the air fry again. So, oh my goodness. So I'm going to hit it with that garlic butter again. Mm, 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 mm. Look at that, baby. Just base that right on all over. Right over that. Oh my gosh. That smells so good. And then these pieces that you see on top is because I use that minced garlic. So you can go ahead and if you use that, then you can like just drain it out if you need to, but I don't mind it. Okay, that is fabulous. So I'm going to show you guys now that it's basted what that looks like. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, now y'all know my favorite part, building it and then cutting into it, okay? So I got my knife. I'm gonna go this way. You hear that? That's crazy. Ooh, that pizza crust, baby. It's reminding me, it's giving me pizza puff vibes right now. I cut that good through. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna take this corner piece. Oh my gosh. That smoke is ridiculous right now. Let me show y'all. A little dangerous. Let me get my mitten. It's still a little hot. But y'all got to see the smoke coming out of this right now, baby. This ain't no joke. Look at that. Look at that steam. Y'all really see that coming up right now? This is going to be fantastic. Okay, let me stop playing with myself. Let me stop playing with myself. And I'm going to put this right on my plate. And you got to really cut through that pizza dough, okay? So you can get it up. Because it's not going to stick to that aluminum foil. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Ooh, it's dripping all over. Oh, my goodness. That's okay. And then I put in a nice little bowl the rest of my marinara sauce. Okay, it's time. It's so, it smells so good. And you can just see the crispiness and just the softness in the inside. It looked like a little biscuit. I want all that meat, baby. Let me cut into the middle. There we go. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. That is it. All that cheese. Mm. Everything. Everything. The pepperoni. Oh, and I'm telling you, that pizza crust is done right. And it doesn't matter, like I said, what brand you get. I've tried all the brands. They come out the same. Mm. Let me dip it in my extra sauce. You guys, ground beef, pepperoni, calzone. Let me know what you think about this recipe down in the comments. And I also want to shout out our sponsor, Julia Nails. She kept me laced up. The nails are still looking good, looking fabulous. So thank you guys. Thank her so much for keeping my fingers looking pretty. You guys can follow her, of course, on Instagram, okay, at Julia's Nails. Okay, we'll try to get that down for you guys. But go ahead and hit my girl up because these nails are fabulous. And what better way to eat this calzone with some pretty little press-ons. So again, you guys are going to love this recipe. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. And make sure you guys check out the new video, Our Bodies, and get your copy of Quick Fix Meals by yours truly. See you guys next time.